The Midnight Visitor. In a quiet, isolated town, Halloween night arrived with a thick fog that blanketed the streets and fields, muffling every sound. Most families stayed indoors, wary of the strange things that had happened every year on this night, a night that seemed darker than others, where shadows crept and whispered. Ella, a teenage girl, loved Halloween for the thrill, and this year, she wanted to prove the town's eerie legends wrong. Ignoring her parents' warnings, she decided to stay up past midnight, daring whatever lurked in the fog to show itself. With only her flashlight and her loyal black cat, Luna, Ella sat by her window, watching the street below. As the clock struck midnight, a figure emerged from the mist, a tall, cloaked shape with long, bony fingers and a face hidden in shadow. Ella's heart skipped, but she felt a strange pull, as if the figure was summoning her. She whispered to herself, "It's just someone in a costume. It's just Halloween." But Luna hissed and bolted under the bed, her fur standing on end. The figure paused outside Ella's house, and though the face was hidden, she could feel its eyes watching her through the glass. It lifted a hand, and in the stillness, a whisper echoed in her mind. "Come out, Ella. I've been waiting for you." Terrified yet hypnotized, Ella found herself rising, drawn to the voice. She slipped on her shoes and crept downstairs, the whisper growing louder, pressing against her mind. She opened the door to the cold, damp air, and there it stood, the figure towering over her. Who are you?" she stammered. The figure tilted its head, revealing hollow, empty eyes that glowed with an unnatural light. "I am the one who walks with lost souls, the keeper of those who wander alone on Halloween night." Realizing her mistake, Ella tried to turn back, but the figure's grip was icy and firm. As he held her hand, her surroundings began to fade, the world turning cold and gray. She looked down to see her hand slowly fading, becoming mist-like, intangible. "No!" she screamed, but her voice barely reached above a whisper. The figure leaned close and said, "Those who seek the shadows on Halloween belong to them." When her parents came down in the morning, they found only a trail of mist lingering in the entryway and Luna staring at the empty space where Ella had stood. Each Halloween since then, a shadowy figure has been seen wandering the foggy streets, whispering Ella's name as it searches for someone to join it in the midnight mist. The Lantern in the Woods. In a small, quiet town, nestled between thick forests, the townsfolk spoke in hushed tones about the night of Halloween. They believed it was the night when the spirits of the departed wandered the earth, searching for something they had lost. But one legend loomed larger than the rest, the tale of the lantern in the woods. Every year, on Halloween night, a flickering light could be seen deep in the forest. Locals warned that it was the spirit of Old Man Harrington, a recluse who had died years ago under mysterious circumstances. It was said that he wandered the woods, carrying a lantern, searching for his missing daughter, who had disappeared decades earlier. Curiosity gnawed at a group of teenagers, Emily, Jake, and Lila, who decided to unravel the mystery of the lantern. Ignoring the warnings from their parents, they gathered flashlights, snacks, and their courage, setting out just as dusk fell. As they entered the forest, the trees loomed tall and menacing, their branches like skeletal fingers clawing at the darkening sky. The deeper they ventured, the thicker the mist became, swirling around their feet and shrouding the path ahead. Lila, trying to lighten the mood, joked about how they'd probably just find some old rusty lanterns and a bunch of cobwebs. After what felt like hours of walking, they stumbled into a small clearing. In the center stood an old, gnarled tree, its roots twisting like serpents. The flickering light shone in the distance, casting eerie shadows. "That must be it," whispered Jake, pointing toward the glow. They approached cautiously, the light dancing and flickering as if it were beckoning them closer. As they drew nearer, they could make out the silhouette of a figure, a man with a lantern in his hand, his face obscured by the darkness. "Is that Old Man Harrington?" Emily whispered, her voice trembling. Suddenly, the lantern's light grew brighter, illuminating the figure. It was indeed the old man, but his eyes were hollow, and his skin was pale as bone. "Help me find her," he rasped, his voice echoing like a chilling wind. "I cannot rest until I have her back." Fear gripped the teenagers, but Lila felt a strange compulsion to help. "What happened to your daughter?" she asked, stepping forward despite the dread gnawing at her gut. "She was taken by the darkness," he replied, pointing toward the depths of the woods. You must find her spirit before midnight, otherwise she will be lost forever. Panic set in as the group realized how late it was. They could hear the clock tower in town chiming in the distance, each stroke echoing the urgency of their task. "We need to hurry!" Emily shouted. The teens dashed into the woods, their flashlights cutting through the fog. Shadows danced around them, whispering secrets of the past. After a few frantic minutes, they stumbled upon a dilapidated cabin, its windows shattered and door hanging ajar. Inside, the air was thick with dust and the smell of decay. In the corner, a small figure sat hunched over, covered in a tattered dress. "Is that her?" Jake breathed, fear flooding his voice. "Emily, go check," Lila urged, but hesitation gripped her. The figure turned slowly, revealing a ghostly visage of a young girl with hollow eyes and a sorrowful expression. "Help me," she whispered, her voice barely above a breath. As Emily approached, the girl's eyes widened with recognition. "You can help me break the curse," she pleaded, "but you must be willing to make a sacrifice." "What kind of sacrifice?" Lila asked, dread filling her heart. "Your memories," the girl replied, her voice trembling. "If you want to set me free, you must forget me." With the clock striking midnight, the air crackled with energy. The lantern flickered wildly outside, and Old Man Harrington's figure could be seen watching from the shadows. The teens exchanged nervous glances, torn between fear and empathy. "I can't forget," Emily whispered, her heart aching. But as she looked into the girl's eyes, she saw the pain of eternal loss, and her resolve began to crumble. "Please help me," the girl cried. "Time is running out." In that moment, the ground shook, and a cold wind rushed through the cabin, pulling at them. The ghostly girl's form shimmered, flickering like a candle in a storm. The reality of their choice settled heavily in the air. With a deep breath, Lila stepped forward. "I'll do it. I'll help you." As she spoke the words, she felt a wave of dizziness wash over her. The memories began to fade. Her laughter, her friendship with Emily and Jake, all blurring into obscurity. The ghost smiled, a flicker of hope in her hollow eyes. "Thank you." In that instant, the room filled with blinding light, and when it faded, Lila was gone, leaving only a lingering whisper of her name. The remaining friends stumbled outside, breathless and dazed. The lantern's light faded into the night, leaving behind a haunting silence. As the clock tower struck 1, they realized the truth. The woods would never forget. Old Man Harrington and his daughter would remain there, forever searching, while Lila's sacrifice would be etched into the very heart of the forest. From that Halloween on, the townsfolk never spoke of the lantern again, but sometimes on dark, misty nights, echoes of laughter and whispers could still be heard, drifting through the trees, reminding them of the girl who vanished into the shadows to save a lost soul.